Hello, MarySue. Let's see what we can glean from this. I've got your information pulled up, so if you hear me stopping for a second to kind of glance up, I'm going to be looking to see if there's something that resonates with what you've asked me. So, with that, let's move right on into the energy. I'm going to take a deep breath. All right. So we're going to start off with the Pisces moon and the Nine of Pentacles. The Pisces moon, as you know, is the manifestor's moon. This is where you pour your light into what you're bringing into the quantum field. You've got your chakras all lined up and you're in that place of balance energetically within your body. And as you pull in more light, you're feeding the energy to whatever it is you're trying to bring into this realm. So think of this like an embryo. You've got to if you actually had a baby inside you, you have to eat enough to grow the baby. So we're growing the baby here. And this allows you also to be in a place of divine timing. Right? When you're using your higher energy and you're pulling in double, so that means you have to do the work of sitting down and meditating and allowing yourself to charge your batteries back up. Because you're not only going to want to charge them enough to make your day better, you're going to want to bring in what you're going to focus on during the meditation. So it is very important that you're not using what you're already depleting, because then you'll take it down to nothing, right? So there's that. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and this is the energy of the Garden of Eden. It's also the energy of knowing that the universe is continuously bringing you what you need. Now, understand, universe isn't trying to create something from nothing. It's got everything, and it's going to put that energy together to give to you because it has more resource. That's the whole thing. We don't have it physically, but the universe already does have whatever it is that you need. Now, they also wanted me to say to you, this is not about forcing your will. It's about allowing yourself so you don't have to know what it looks like. You don't have to know what it will be. You don't even have to know what it'll be. You just have to know it is, right? And feel the feeling of already having the outcome that you want. It doesn't matter how the outcome gets there. If it's the right method, it's the right outcome, right? So you let the universe do that part. Don't try don't try to don't try to micromanage the universe. That's the word I was after. So here we go. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, and that's where you feel like you had that loss, and we'll talk about that in a minute, the Nine of Rods. Divine spirit, spirit guides, gods, and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow my wonderful friend MarySue to have the information that she seeks to assist her in remaining on her highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, Divine, for these blessings and beautiful messages, and we receive them in the love and light for which they are intended. We thank you for this divine guidance as always, and we welcome this blessed energy. Thank you so much, Divine. You're always welcome and very appreciated. So, I got right away when I read this morning, I read your little paragraph there. I want you to understand, the person that you feel like dropped you like a hot rock, it wasn't because of you that they did that. It's because they don't have the money. They overspent somewhere, or they took a loss somewhere, and they can't keep moving as if they have it when they don't. And I think that's the issue, and that's why you ended up not getting paid, because they somehow lost some of their equity or their available cash. And that's what the issue was, not your issue. So there's the Nine of Rods, which is the energy. And it becomes your issue because now they're not paying you. Or they will eventually, as they say, right? So we're that's fingers crossed and good Lord willing, they'll go ahead and pay. Now, the new thing that's coming in, that's where you have to just keep yourself present, even though it feels like it feels a defeating energy when cancels on you or you lose a client, especially one that's been a very good client. And just allow yourself to take that and move forward, because there's more to come. There's more out there. The universe is never short, right? The universe is never without more to give. So that's where you have to tap into receiving what the universe has and don't see it coming through people, right? They're all tools the universe uses to bring you the resources. And if you see it that way, then it's not personal, because another tool will show up. Now, you have that Nine of Rods energy, which means you feel like you're just at the end of your wit's end here, at the end of your rope. Don't give up. This is one of those that you definitely have to be present and accounted for to win. So don't walk away and don't get disgruntled and throw down everything and say forget it. Just bear with it. Bear with it, my dear. A lightning strike, suddenly, out of the blue. Beautiful energy of the Knight of Swords. This is very fast moving energy, and it can be a divine interpretation of energy, as information may show up for you. A person or a contact may show up for you. This is fast moving. So it can be, you could have a dream, you could get a sudden knowing, right? It is that kind of energy. Now, a lot of times when this shows up, the Tower is not far behind, because this guy initiates the lightning strike, right? Like I said, it's moving like a lightning strike, like suddenly out of the blue. And the Ace of Cups is here, which is the universe's blessing. This is the beautiful new cycle of the moon, the all-seeing eye, the Akashic record, pouring into this beautiful Holy Grail. Being in the energy of the Holy Grail is the highest holy blessing the universe can bestow upon you, because inside that cup is the DNA of all existence. Anything that ever has, will, or is in existence is in that cup. Six of Pentacles is the energy of absolutely receiving something to make up for the loss. Okay, so this is like a windfall. It's something extra, right? So it doesn't mean that it's a big new fat contract, but it will definitely help. So it doesn't have to be paid back either. We have the High Priestess. So they interrupt sometimes. They're reminding me that this is the energy also of something turning out better than you'd hoped. So that's always a good thing. Then we have the High Priestess, and that's the energy of you allowing yourself to resonate in the energy of the highest, and allow yourself to be in your highest good. This means following the intuition and releasing yourself from the resistance, because you can't fly if you start resisting. This is the whole thing. You've got to surrender the resistance, and that's why her head is back and she's very much in that place, looking like maybe something is holding her up. Like there's a bar right behind her back and she's draped over it and it's just carrying her along. Well, that's the flow of the universe and the conscious energy of all existence. So she's in the quantum here. The Knight of Cups. So this is an offer coming in, which is a gesture and someone assisting you. So it is a genuine, authentic offer. So it looks like the one for August may truly be happening. And this is walking away from what no longer serves you. So the Seven of Swords here is letting go of what doesn't work, right? And it's also letting go of the past and letting go of any regret or any of that old stuff. Because I know it puts you in a little bit of a tailspin when the main guy, did what he did. But it obviously needed to change. And the work that you're doing, it will turn double for your trouble. So as much as you've tried to make an effort at creating and doing, it really is paying off, even though it's arduous, okay? And a little bit grueling. But you can do this for yourself without having to be in fear. You don't need other people to do it. Even though you would like to have other people helping, you don't have to split the profit when it's just you. And that's a definite profit. Now we have the Lovers, Gemini Major Arcana, and the energy of Ascension. It's also the energy of soul connection. So moving in your spirit's energy of what you're supposed to be doing in your divine path is also part of this. So as you see this as the physical body, the masculine warrior, and the feminine is the energy of the beautiful, I don't know if she's I don't know what she is, but she looks pretty hot and sexy there in her little gold bikini. And it reminds me of Star Wars. Princess Leia, as Princess Leia ascends into the beautiful light. So that's a connection and a beautiful soul connection energy. So if you have a relationship and this is the energy of that, that's fabulous. But don't worry, because even in a partnership and a work energy, it means you're following what your soul's destiny is or what your soul's calling is. Financially, in your career and finance, you have the Four of Pentacles, which means stability and money in the bank. So just keep imagining that more money shows up, because that's a new beginning. So this looks like that new one in August is really going to be okay. So yeah, I think the new project starts here, and that's where that gift of stability comes in for you. Yeah. So this is an offer from Divine. And so if it's that offer, the energy of this is, I'm not sure if it's good or bad, right? Because somebody else put your name in the hat for the project, so you may have a little weird feeling about it. This is a blessing in a brown paper bag. So don't underestimate it, and certainly don't say no to it, because seriously, it's like a blessing in disguise. It's disguised as something ordinary. Dig deeper and you'll see. And the Queen of Swords, she's the ace in the hole when it comes to being able to be your own representative when you're pitching your ideas, or when you're telling them, here's my idea, here's what I would want to do. This is being very charismatic and getting them to see that you are the right person for the job. Whether you're speaking to one person or 10,000. And there's that moon again showing up, saying, here we go. This is, keep your focus on bringing it in, the outcome that you want. See yourself in the place of already having it. And of course, you're going to have to be in a place of restoration. Remember, we want to be in a place of allowing ourselves to be fully restored and fully energized. So if you're burning the candle at both ends, which I suspect you are, and if you're stressed, which I suspect you are, don't allow yourself to get too bogged down in that before you allow yourself to get into your routine of meditation, eating good food, going to bed on time. That's one of my big obstacles. I had to start doing that and getting up early. It changes my whole dynamic of the day, so I highly recommend it. You have the Six of Cups, which means soul family energy. These are people around you who are part of your tribe and have been through many lifetimes with you. So they're here to support. And sometimes they're even fur babies. And there's your Nine of Pentacles. So that is the belief. And I want you to hear me when I say this. When we are people, and I'm one of those people, and I've always believed this, and other people believe it about me because I believe it, and it happens. So when we are people who believe that no matter what happens in this world, if upside down or backwards, I'm going to come out smelling like a rose. I will land on my feet and I will keep it moving. I am one of those people. If you believe that to be true about yourself, what you believe to be true is true for you. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So don't waste time being in any sort of fear about what's next. The universe has your back 1,000%. So here's the Temperance energy. That's your Sagittarius Major Arcana. And it's showing Archangel Uriel. She is the keeper of the life force energy. And she's doing alchemy with it. She's pulling liquid from it and pouring it into that other cup and then breaking it down into pixie dust to put you in all the right places at all the right times. Now, it's called temperance because the universe is at work. It means you can't call the shots about when it happens. You just have to be patient and let it work itself out, because this kind of energy is a very natural feeling occurrence, and it feels like, oh my gosh, this seems like it was designed this way, but I didn't do it, right? So that's when you know the universe is in there lining it all up for you, and that's exactly what's happening. And we have the Aries Major Arcana, the Emperor. So this is the masculine of the universe, something fully formed and ready for you to take action. You just need to show up. It's already put together for you. So that looks like a solid manifestation of what you're trying to bring in. And then we have the Two of Rods, which means whatever choice you make here, this is usually an opportunity showing up. If you go left or right up the middle, or if you've got two projects cooking at the same time, remember this is near future. They're all turning out in the same very close proximity, so there's no wrong answer. Choose what you feel is right, but don't overdo it. Don't stretch yourself too thin. And there's some clarity, so you're going to get the clarity you need of what thing you need to choose. The Ace of Swords is a gift from divine of absolute vision and focus. It is allowing you to have the energy of cutting free from previous obligations and moving forward as the veil is lifted and you can now see how to proceed. And your underlier, it's got a time period. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, third time's the charm. So, boom chakalaka. September is that payment, right? So we're in June. And it can be a lot of different things. So there you have the timing. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, third time's the charm. Now, here's the Capricorn Devil card. And this is the energy of the pagan god Pan. Although, in this image, this is Baphomet, which is a very scary old god. The other cards I use has the pagan god Pan. It talks about being trapped in the energy or feeling very much in control, somebody controlling you or holding you captive. So that means it can be your own fear, which self-sabotage when we go into self-doubt and all of that stuff. But these people are sitting here, and so the imagery, the actual people here are the lovers in the Lovers card. They are the lovers who are now trapped in this, whatever this is, whatever this cycle of negativity is. But in this, the little leash that's holding them there, it's a great big thing. It's hanging off of her shoulder. She could just slip it off. So this is where you perceive that you are trapped, but you're really not. So you have to be the one to say, you know what? I'm not going to worship at the feet of this fear. I don't allow myself to fall into this trap. And I'm out, right? You can release yourself and say, you know what? That's not my truth. I don't receive that. When somebody tries to give you this load of horse manure here. So it can also be a person that's just super negative. And they could be a vortex of negativity and toxic energy if they're bipolar or if they're narcissistic and they just, everything is about them and they suck the oxygen out of the room. So however this fits you, just know that this is about a certain kind of addiction. You can have an addiction to being a victim. You can have some kind of addiction to any other thing. Good Lord, we could be addicted to TV. So whatever it is that's cycling you into this fear, you've got to find the little root to it and rip it out. And tell yourself, and this is a really good one, it's an old Southern saying, and I apply it to the cards because it's the truth. The devil is a lie. His whole premise of holding you in captivity is that he's lied to you to make you believe that you can be held captive. When in all reality, you have free will, my darling, and nothing can hold you. So, let's see what else we have. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow my beautiful friend MarySue to have the information that she seeks to assist her in remaining on her highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, Divine, for these blessings and beautiful messages, and we receive them in the love and light for which they are intended. We thank you for this divine guidance as always, and we welcome your blessed energy. Thank you so much, Divine. You're always welcome and very appreciated. So, let's see what we got. There's your financial stability coming in, lightning strike energy. Two of Cups. This is the energy, that's a very beautiful energy of now sometimes this Ace of Cups means a relationship or a new relationship because you've got this Two of Cups here. It also means soulmate energy, so I just have to tell you that part. However, if you're already in this relationship, then that'd be why it's showing up. And if it's more about the new creation of what you're doing, this is your higher self getting in alignment with your ego, which makes your ego take co-pilot seat. And that means your spiritual energy is taking charge of where you're moving, which is what that high priestess is all about too. So that's another way to see that. Whatever, so let's not lament over this past, the breakup with that client. I know it hurts. And even when I know it's not my fault, and when it's plainly and clearly not my fault, I still feel some kind of way about it. Because it's just a shame, right? But this is already gone. These cups are empty, and there's no reason to even look at them. Turn around, make your mind up to go forward, because this isn't even real. This is an illusion of the past. And you'll never be able to claim these two cups until you turn around and head forward toward that castle. So it's when you make the decision to let it go and not just let go of the blame. You're trying to find a reason in your mind why this happened, and sometimes we go right into it's our fault, something we did. It isn't. Even if they're trying to make you feel like it is, it isn't. I'm telling you, they have financial difficulty, and that's where they had to cut the money. That's why you didn't get paid immediately. Because if somebody feels like you did something, they're going to write you that last check and get you out of their hair. They don't want you lingering around. If he had the money, he'd have already paid you. And that's where the money problem is for him. It's not about you. So remember, when you're in this energy can't touch you. So you have to, so think of it like a bridge or a, oh, okay. So they're telling me, think of it like airplanes when they're flying, certain different style of aircraft, and it's depending on the journey they're on, they're at different altitudes, right? So if you're in this frequency is subterranean. That's why they think about the devil being under the earth and in hell. Hell is down below because the frequency is low. When you're in this frequency, this can't even touch you. So your cure is to rise above it and let it pass under you like water under a bridge. You'd never even feel the current. So you've got to choose not to subscribe to fear or whatever this negativity is. Now we have the 9 of Rods, which is that moment where you're trying to hold on. Just stand there. You don't have to do anything except be present, because there's the offer coming in. Remember, the 9 of Rods is as close as you can get to the breakthrough of the 10 of Rods. You're right there on the edge of the breakthrough, and it always seems harder at that last few minutes. There's your Queen of Swords coming in, making headway here. The 7 of Swords lets you let that go and keep moving, and she's ready to do new things, and you're getting lots of communication here with this page. He's bringing new information about this new project you're going to be working on. And you've got the Lovers with the 9 of Pentacles again, the Garden of Eden energy. So more than happy to see that come in. And we have the 10 of Swords, which is the energy of allowing yourself to move through and away all of that toxic energy, letting go of all the drama from the past thing that you just went through. You've got a loyal energy here, the Strength card. This is the Archangel Ariel. Ariel is the Lion of God. So this is letting you have that moment where you are totally in the flow, and it's helping you move forward toward your goal and keeping everybody at bay and letting you move without being bothered. See, there's the little kerfuffle going on. Now this might be competition because, you know, your name was referred, but there still might be some kind of competition going on, or a little bit of your own kind of energy trying to resist this. So this is your, that's what they're saying. Okay, so this is the energy of that feeling of not being for sure that this is the right thing. So you're having to overcome your internal battle with that. And I'm telling you, this is a blessing in a brown paper bag. So please allow yourself to keep moving forward with it, even though we resist things that are right for us. Believe me, when I thought I might be crazy, when I started this, because everything in my body was saying, you have worked your whole life, 30 years you've been doing this to get to this place where you are now in this particular job I was in. And I thought that was going to be my forever job. And I was just settling. And the universe said, no, you're supposed to do this. And I was like, okay, am I just crazy? Am I just batshit crazy? And I tried it because I thought, what the hell? I'm going to try it. And if I don't do it, at least it'll be something fun. I'll learn some new things. And it took off like a rocket. So, but I did have all of this resistance. So just know that. And there's your second confirmation telling you, hey, there's some battery recharging that needs to happen. That's not going to go well if we don't get ourselves charged up. So make sure you get yourself back in your routine. Eat healthy, be healthy, live healthy. Now we've got the lovers again showing up with this Pisces moon. Now remember, that's the energy of nurturing and harmony and happiness. It can be an actual relationship where you're in the beautiful energy of balance, and it can be talking about your soul's calling. And so it's all good either way it goes. And boom, the Sun card. So this is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is amazing energy because it's showing you exactly how this is going to come to fruition. And the Hermit is allowing you to move forward in the energy of all of this beautiful thing. And I have done a way longer reading than I was supposed to. I thought I was doing a 30-minute. So you got an extra bonus reading here. The Queen of Pentacles is here with abundance. So you're on the right track. You've got the Sun card opening up the energy. The Five of Pentacles, which is letting go of the fear and knowing that it's all happening behind the scenes. Got the High Priestess again with the Emperor. The Seven of Swords means you're going to let go of what no longer serves you and move forward. And there's your outcome of the Ten of Cups, which is happily ever after. And the Nine of Cups, which is your heart's desire being granted. And this is September as well, they're saying. So that's the timing. The September, when I said that, that's exactly what that's confirming. So my darling, have a beautiful day. Love, light, and abundance to you. And I gave you a 30-minute reading instead of a 15 one because I love ya. And don't worry about trying to, this is on the house. I appreciate you as always. You're always on there making comments and supporting me, so I appreciate that. So many blessings to you, and I hope you enjoy the reading. It should be just fine. Have a beautiful day, sweetheart. Namaste.